Hello, everyone. I'm just going to give people a couple of minutes to come online, get the notification. Hey, hi, Nelsa. Thank you for joining. I was not able to get on Sunday night like I promised. Was in the middle of making products and it kind of went over time. But I will get to show you guys the products that I was making on Sunday night. So before I go any further, I'm going to introduce myself to those of you who are coming on the air. If you are here, please let me know that you are here by sending me an emoji, letting me know that, hey, I'm on the air with you tonight. My name is Lisa Charles, and I'm the owner and founder of Keepin It Beautiful Fifi Lewa Handmade Organic Beauty Products. Now, I'm going to talk about a wonderful topic tonight that has a lot to do with the other segments that I have been discussing and have been talking about previous weeks. The title of tonight's segment is going to be, Do You Know Your Purpose? And I call these segments Veggie Soup for the Soul. Can't use chicken soup for the soul because that's pretty much a trademark that's already used, so I can't use that. So I created my own. Hey Nadine, how are you? Thank you for joining. One of the item that I was actually working on, my theme for Black History Month is going back to our roots in Africa. For those of us who are African American that are on the air with me tonight, or those who are African Caribbean descent. And since February is a month that is set aside for those of us who have that African ancestry and those of us who are Africans. Hey, how are you? I wanted to focus on products that comes from the motherland. One of the soaps that I worked on, and I'm going to be working on some others as we go throughout the month of February, is a soap from East Africa, which is actually more in the northern part of Africa. And it's called East African Black Soap, or what we call Beldi soap. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Now, there's a difference between African soap that comes from West Africa, and then there is soap that comes from East Africa. Totally different. They're both called black soap, but they're both made differently. The one from West Africa, we see them in the African shops. They're kind of more dark brown. Some of them are a little bit light in between dark brown. And those particular soaps, and sometimes we actually see the ones that look actually black and they're sold in the beauty supply stores. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about those particular soaps. There are some that are made in the factory, and it's not real black soap. They actually add a lot of chemicals to the soap to preserve it and for it to last a little bit longer on the shelf. But it's really no good for your skin. It actually tears your skin up really badly over time. The ones that are actually bought directly from an African who owns an African shop is actually the real African black soap. And it's usually made from potash, which includes plantains, plantain leaves, and cocoa pods. Okay, those soaps, when they're made, it goes through a process. They burn those items until they turn to ash, and then they take their time and make it with really wonderful oils that actually saponify the oils, and it turns it into soap. And African black soap on the west end of Africa, that soap is actually very good if you have skin discolorations like, scars that you get from acne. It helps to blend and smooth out your skin really nicely. The one that is actually, which I'm going to talk about tonight, is from East Africa, and it's called Hammam Beldi. Okay, and if you could see that right there, I'm actually showing you the contents of that soap. This soap is actually made from extra virgin olive oil and black olive oil pits. Okay, and this is a very, very super fatted soap. This soap is actually considered a luxury soap and is used in the spas. So usually the rich or the elite, they use this particular soap for their skin, and it makes your skin really soft, very moisturized. Anybody that has extremely dry skin, this soap is recommended to give your skin the suppleness, the softness that you desire. And it actually helps your skin to hydrate and stay very, very moist. Now, I'm going to show you a demonstration on how you use this particular soap. I'm going to take a little bit of this soap right here. You only need a little bit of it because it's very, very concentrated. And you take it, and it's like Vaseline, okay? So if you look at that, it looks like Vaseline. And I'm going to try it on my forearm, because anytime you're trying a new product, it's very important that you rub it on your forearm, because this is how you test your product to make sure you don't have a breakout and you don't have any type of allergies or anything like that. So I'm going to rub it on my skin like so. And I'm going to leave it on there for about a couple of minutes and let it stay right on the skin, okay? And usually they use something like a glove that actually has a exfoliation on one side of the glove. So I'm going to use my soap bag that I made by hand that actually has the exfoliation on one side, and it's soft on the other side. So I'm going to dip this in water, and I'm going to wet it. And then I'm going to take this soap, and I'm going to work it in until I get a rich, creamy lather. Okay, so if you could see that, see how rich and creamy it is? And I only used a little bit. And this is how you work it into your skin, okay? You work it right into your skin, and this exfoliates all the dead skin cells that make your skin very, very dry, okay? And what I will do is I'm going to rinse it off. And then I'm going to dry my arm off. And you get to see what my skin looks like afterwards. If you can see, gives it a shine. And then what you would do, you would finish off and you'll use your own skin moisturizer to help to maintain that moisture that you need for your skin. And I would actually be making the body butter that would actually go with this product. Now, I'm currently selling this product in 4-ounce jars, and it actually has a scent of lavender and tea tree oil. I also have others that I will be making with tea tree oil and eucalyptus oil, which is actually what they use in East Africa. And this 4-ounce jar is $10. If you buy it with this will be $20. If you buy 2 of these jars with the soap bag, I will actually give you the scrubby bag for free. So that'll be a thank you for making the purchase. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, and this is my oil that I have, by the way. I actually have the body oil that you can use afterwards to help the hydration. Now, this oil that I have is made from extra virgin olive oil, and I use a lot of herbs to I infuse it with a lot of herbs, and I let it settle for weeks until it's very, very concentrated with moisturizing herbs. It's very good for your skin. It's so gentle, you can use it on a baby's skin. Olive oil is an awesome oil because it's the most gentlest oil on the planet, especially for anyone with very sensitive skin. Anyone that wants to use or buy any of my products, I always recommend my olive oil products because olive oil is a very gentle product. I put very gentle herbs that is used for baby skin, like calendula, chamomile, and other essential herbs like top oats and things like that, that actually is excellent for your skin. And so if you open it a little bit here, I can show you, because I have this one wrapped, and I'm going to, I'll probably just rewrap it, but I'm just going to give you a sample of how that that oil is, and see how it's a nice body oil. And so I'll just rub right my skin with that, and to maintain the moisture after using my Beldi soap, which I recommend is actually fantastic for dry skin. So I want to stress that. People talk about charcoal. Charcoal is fantastic, but some people's skin don't respond very well to charcoal, because what charcoal is a detoxifier. And if you're eating products that your body will react to, if you put charcoal or bentonite clay or any of those things on your skin, some people tend to break out more when they use charcoal soap or bentonite clay mixed with charcoal. Their skin tends to break out more. And sometimes in order for you to get rid of the breakout, you may have to use more of the charcoal soap so the body can get used to it. So as your body's cleansing and is detoxifying your skin, you'll start to see results after using the charcoal soap. But with Beldi doesn't put your body through that. It's just moisturize the dry skin. Anyone who has eczema, any type of skin-related issues, this is the soap to use. I'm going to talk about some other bars of soap that I make too, but we'll go talk about more of that as we go throughout Black History Month. And I hope that you guys enjoyed a little bit of that segment of that information that I shared. Getting into the topic for this evening, and I'm trying not to stay too long, I want to talk about is, do you know your purpose? Okay. Everyone that was born on this earth was born with an assignment. And whatever your assignment is, you have to discover what that assignment is, and you have to live what you were put on this earth to do. And it's really important that you know what you are here to do, and you know your purpose. Okay. A lot of us, and I will talk a little bit about myself here. A lot of us actually, when we were in school, our parents, especially for those of us who actually come from immigrant parents, and they came to America to have a better life, and their dreams and their aspirations for you is basically vicariously their dreams that they had for themselves, but they never got an opportunity to fulfill it. So they come to a new world, they have children, and they want their children to achieve the things that they have not gotten a chance to achieve. So sometimes children are pressurized to do things or take on professions that their parents may want for them, but the child themselves may not even care about going into that field because it's not an area of interest for them. Now, one of the things I do remember reading, Dr. Ben Carson, way back in the day, he actually wrote a book called Think Big, and he also wrote a book called Gifted Hands. One of the things he wrote in his book called Think Big, and I'm going to quote from him, he said that you need to figure out what you're good at, what your talents are. And he said to take that talent and make sure that you do that talent exceptionally well. And I never will forget that quote that I've read as a child. That really inspired me, and it stuck with me to my adulthood. Now, one of the other things that I learned from my father, he taught me, was learn to be a jack of all trades. But you got to be a master of one, though. There's one that is going to be your main profession. But it's good to learn how to do different things because life is very unpredictable. Some people, especially after we saw what happened with the shutdown, and a lot of people were not able to, move on to another job, for other reasons. It made some other people think about, what should I do next? I can't get paid. How am I going to support myself? And another, thing to really think about is you need to always have a backup plan for every aspect of your life. You need to know what your hobbies are, what you're interested in, and explore your hobbies. Get to learn how to do different things. Keep your mind and your options open. It's really important that you do that. When I actually, first of all, I wanted to be a doctor. Okay, because that's my father told me, go to medical school, da 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 da. But after I took, a couple of science classes, and I did okay. But when I started taking, lab, and I started smelling the formaldehyde in the lab, that thing turned my stomach. I couldn't take the smell of, dead stuff, and the sight of blood makes me cringe. So I can't really deal with that kind of stuff. So I realized, medicine's really not for me. So going in the field of psychology, I loved it. I loved it ever since I was in college. And when I got into grad school, I delved into it even more. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's my passion. And then now that I'm in my field and, I'm, doing all this, I get in deeper into, behaviorism and applied behavior analysis and, dealing with all that kind of stuff. I became more in love with, and I realized this is what I really wanted to do. But I also have other hobbies that I like to do. I love to make products, and I'm really good with my hands. I love to crochet and all that good stuff. And I feel that, in my field, it's very stressful. And, lots of school psychs out there, they're very, either you drink or you curse more or you learn to pray more in my field. Hey, Topaz, how are you? But it's very important that in whatever field or profession that you're in, you need to find a hobby. You need to find something that is going to be your passion. Because sometimes in your profession, you need an outlet. You need something that you can, get deep into. We have some people in my field that actually do art. They're excellent in drawing. They're excellent at making things. They're great at music or whatever other talents that they have. And it's really good to have that kind of talent, something that you can fall back on. You just need to find your outlet, and you really need to find your passion. It's really important. As I was thinking about tonight's segment, I do remember a poem that I found that Shakespeare wrote. And in school, a lot of my my colleagues are online tonight. And I do remember in high school, we did a lot of Shakespeare, like Macbeth, and we did Julius Caesar, and we did some really awesome pieces. But there was one that I came across, and the name of it is As You Like It, and All the World's a Stage. And I found this was quite interesting. I thought I would just share and read some excerpts from this so that everybody can hear about it. And all the world's a stage. So think about this. And all the men and women merely players. Think about this. There have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. Then a soldier full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard. Jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation. Think about those words. The world's really a stage. I didn't read all of it because it's kind of long, but think about it. Everyone has a role that they play, and you have to determine what your role is. It is really important that you know early in life where you're going and what your purpose is so that you can actually go right into that path that you were designated to live and do. And we have a lot of people that walk around the earth that are aimlessly walking around, and they don't even know what their purpose is. They don't even know what they want to do with their lives. And it's really important that you have a goal and you have a vision. Now, there are 2 types of people in the world. We have our dreamers and we have our visionaries, okay? Our dreamers are the ones that sit around and dream about what they would like to do, but they don't have a plan. Our visionaries have a vision board. They have a plan on how they're going to execute and how they're going to accomplish their dreams. So when you think about this and you take this with you today, When you are a visionary, you get to accomplish what you set your goals and your mind to, you accomplish it. It's not hard, it's not a bad thing to dream, but you got to make your dreams a reality. And that's how, because you only have one life to live. You're only here within this lifetime, and you have to make the most of it and the best of it. And once you figure out what you want to do with your life, once you figure out where you're going, you're going to find your life is a lot more fulfilling and more enjoyable because you've actually figured out what you'd like to do. I also learned this statement. It says, when one fails to plan to fail. So in your life, you have to remember that you have to always plan. No matter what it is, whatever you want to do, whatever you decide to go, always plan. Always have a plan A to plan Z is really important. Because as I said, life is totally unpredictable. It's hard to determine how life will unfold. Now, I want to say hello to a couple of folks that came on tonight. I just want to thank a lot of people for coming on. Nilsa, just want to say hello again. Hey, Nadine, thanks for joining. Sandra, thank you so much for joining. And Topaz, hey, girl, how you doing? I'm not sure if anybody else came online, but I don't know if anybody else is watching, but I don't really see that right now. But I do have a doctor's appointment at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I cannot come on any later than the time that I'm coming on now. So I just wanted to tell you guys, those of us who joined me tonight, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and just know that your life has meaning and your story is also important. And when you leave this earth, leave behind a legacy. Let whatever others say about you be positive, and that you have touched the world, and the world has been touched by what you have been brought here to do. You're so welcome. My goal this year is to continue to shed love and light and enlightenment to anyone that I come across, so that I can make a difference in the life of another person. And that is why I do what I do. I don't just make soap. I also want to heal your spirit. I also want to make people feel better about themselves. And thank you. And I also want others to be educated about skin health, and to know that every aspect of your being is impacted by your five senses: what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and what you touch. So all those things are the avenues to your spirit. And whatever you feel on the inside will impact your health. It would impact your skin. So it's not just about getting people to buy products. I'm not about that. If people are interested and they want to purchase, so be it. But most of all, my main purpose is to make sure that I reach others and reach one, teach one. And that is my mission. And that is the mission of Keeping It Beautiful, Fifi Lewa. I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. And just remember to visit my website. And I also do have a YouTube channel. I have not been able to do any videos there yet, but I will soon. It's Keeping It Beautiful, Fifi Lewa, LLC, Lisa Charles. So I'm on YouTube. And also you can visit my website, Keeping It Beautiful, FifiOlewa.net. And I will be uploading. I have not uploaded this particular product that I just made because I just got through making it. I would say Sunday night, and then Monday night I was like so tired because I was up till 1 o'clock making it. And so I have not been able to upload it yet, but I will very soon. So I will let you guys know. It should be available for sale within about 2 weeks because I do need to let it cure some more. Um, and that's the least amount of time that you can wait before selling it to other people. So, for those of us who really want to give it a try it. Share with your friends that there's a new product out there that is great for dry skin. It's all natural. I didn't put any preservatives in my products. I choose not to because some people are allergic to preservatives. So, upon all of that, I just want to tell you guys good night, and to remember that this message is given to you by Keeping It Beautiful, Fifi Lewa, Handmade Organic Beauty Products, giving you the freedom to choose skin health. I hope you guys were blessed and found the information that I provided tonight enlightening. And also remember, this is not to replace the advice of your medical provider. Always consult with your physician about any products that you are using, especially if you're on medications. So even though products are natural, some people's bodies do respond differently to different natural products because we're just living in a world where a lot of people are allergic. There's more allergies than I've ever seen in my life. So upon that, always try, as I suggested, the patch test any product that you buy, whether it's something you buy from me or you buy from the store, before you use it on your skin. Really important. And upon that, I think that's about it. Good night, folks. Take care.